BC's premier reaffirmed the province's part in fighting proposed U.S. tariffs at a press conference in North Vancouver Monday morning.
I know people are angry and upset, and I'm angry and upset that we're being targeted in this way. And we are going to stand up. We're not going to roll over. We're not going to be the 51st state.
Premier Eby talked about BC companies actively looking elsewhere to sell and source its product as a threat of U.S. tariffs on just about everything looms over Canada. He said the province, as part of the response, has told Crown corporations to bar American firms from being awarded multi-billion-dollar contracts. And he also touched on electricity and how it's absurd, he used that word, absurd, that U.S. President Donald Trump could subject heavy tariffs on Canadian energy when Americans have no choice but to buy BC's electricity. And he called it a form of self-punishment. Despite the response, Eby says the hope is that the U.S. president doesn't go forward with the tariffs.
And I know that at some point we're going to get to that state of agreement again with the United States. But in the meantime, our province will be strengthening our domestic economy. We'll be ensuring that we're diversifying our markets around the world. Right now, major firms in British Columbia are in the process of redirecting their critical minerals, their energy products, to markets outside the United States to respond to the tariff threat. This isn't to punish the Americans. This isn't anything else. This is in response to tariffs that have been put on by the United States.
Meanwhile, at a press conference in Vancouver, federal Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre expounded on a plan to strengthen the personnel and surveillance on Canada's border in response to the U.S. president's demands, but also said cross-provincial trade needs to be easier overall.
It's funny, here we are trying to save our trade with another country while we can't even trade with ourselves. And that's why earlier this morning, I announced a Canada First plan to bring free trade between our provinces, allow our truckers and our entrepreneurs to move goods and services affordably to our people, something that could boost average family income by $6,000 a year and reduce our helpless dependence on the United States.
In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.